Hello, I'm Amy from moonmindology.com, and today I want to talk about Jupiter going into Aries. It's going to stay in the sign for around about a year. So it goes into the sign 22nd of April 2023 and it finally leaves 1st of May 2024. Now I just want to remind you, I work with Vedic Astrology. So that's Hindu astrology, and that works on the sidereal degrees. So without further ado, let's jump in and see what this year holds for you with Jupiter in Aries. If you are an Aries ascendant, Jupiter is going to be in your first house. So it's going to be all about you, your personality. You're going to be shining really bright. People are going to be interested in you, and you may find that your appearance looks much brighter during this time, and people are just magnetic and magnetized towards you. You can also find that there's a great opportunity for personal expansion, as well as travel, and you might have great luck. So it's aspecting your 5th house as well, which is all about creativity. So you could find that during this time, you may, if you are trying to, fall pregnant, or you could just be creatively cooking something up. There is also an aspect to your 7th house. So if you're looking to get married, this may be the time that you will get married. You can start a business, especially with the 5th house as well. So this is a really great time for you to sign contracts. Also, your 9th house is activated. So this is about spirituality. This is about gurus. So you may find someone during this time to teach you, or you could even be going into higher education. This is a great time for it. You're going to find that you'll be doing really well in this area of life. If your ascendant is in Taurus, then Jupiter is sitting in your 12th house. So you could find that this is a time where you have prophetic dreams. You may also find that you're interested in the past and the things that came before you, or have interest in learning about something that is outside of this world, beyond this veil of reality, something mysterious, and looking into the past. It could be a good time to research about your heritage and your ancestry. There is also an aspect to your 4th house. So you could find that there's a bit of change in your home, or you could be looking to buy a new home. There could be some decorative or renovation happening as well, which can go really, really well. There is also an aspect to your 6th and 8th houses. So these are all about your work, but there also could be some money coming from a source outside of that which you work, but also you could find that you get a pay rise at work and there is money coming through your daily work. There could also be money through inheritances, and it's a good time to think about your own psyche and how things affect you and really look inwards to discover who you are. If your ascendant is in Gemini, then Jupiter is currently in your 11th house. The 11th house is a great house, as this is a place where it can expand your passive income, but also you may find that you are getting large sums of money from some kind of passive source. There can also be opportunities to meet new acquaintances and influential people who can help you move forward, as well as moving with new groups and new friends. So this is a great time to make new connections with other people. There's also an aspect to your 3rd house. So this is all about communications and writing and things like that. So you could find that you're very expressive during this period of time, which is great for the way you put yourself out in the world. And it's also a great time for creativity. If you're thinking about writing a book, now is the time to do so, as there is an aspect to your 5th house as well. So you're feeling extra creative. There could also be a chance for children during this time. Also, there is an aspect to the 7th house. So this could be a time for marriage, or if you're not with someone. You could meet someone, especially with the 5th house being activated, as that's all about joviality, love affairs and romance. So if you are already married, you may find that this is a great time to renew your vows or spice up the relationship and do something fun together and reignite the romance. If you are a Cancer ascendant, this is great for your career because Jupiter is in your 10th house. So if you're looking for a job and you work for others, you may find the job you get now within this year, you're going to have a great boss, and they're going to be really pleasant and full of wisdom, and they're going to teach you a great deal of things. There's also an aspect to your 2nd house and your 6th house. So these are all about your income and work. So this could be a time that you increase how much you earn through your daily work. Also, as there's an aspect to that 6th house, if you do have property, as there is also an aspect to the 4th house, if you let during this time, you could find that you encounter really good tenants as well. So it's a great time to think about letting if you own property. If you have a Leo ascendant, then Jupiter's in your 9th house of higher education, guru, and the father. So these are all great times for those things. So if your father's still around, it's a great time to connect to him. And there may be something that he has to celebrate. There may be a great reason to go and see him. So there's going to be an aspect to your 1st house, which is going to make you feel much more confident in yourself, as well as the 3rd house of communication and the 5th house of creativity. So you could find that if you are looking to have children during this time, you may conceive. This is a great time for writing that book, for following through with those plans, those creative endeavors, and it's going to be great for you during this time. And not only that, because your 1st house is so strong, people are going to be really attracted to you. You're going to be magnetic. If your ascendant is in Virgo, this is a great time for introspection and also dealing with any psychological traumas that you haven't yet resolved. And you can also find help with that through prophetic dreams, as there's an aspect to your 12th house. 12th house is about the past, it's about the unknown. So you can really expand and dig around psychologically to find answers to your problems during this time. But also, you may find that this is a time for more money, seeing as the 2nd house is also aspected by Jupiter. So you could find that there is an increase in your money. You can find you're very lucky. People could be very attracted to you because the 2nd house is the face. So you could have a very appealing appearance during this time. Also, there's an aspect to the 4th house. So this is a time where if your mother's still around, it's a great time to connect to her. There could be a great excuse and a great reason to speak to your mother, connect to her, and really forge some bonds through this lucky aspect. Also, it's a great time for buying a new vehicle, as well as there could be some renovations, decoration, or a change in the home. So this is a great time for looking at property. If you are a Libra ascendant, Jupiter's going to be in your 7th house. This is great for starting a business and marriage, signing contracts of all sorts, and you may meet your love of your life during this time. It also aspects the 11th house. So that is your acquaintances, your friends, new groups. So mixing in new social circles, there could be an opportunity to meet a life partner. Not only that, there's an aspect to your 1st house, which makes you incredibly desirable. So you're going to be pulling people in. You're going to feel more confident. Your personality is going to be brighter. And just you in general, you're going to have great personal luck. But there's also an aspect to the third house. So there could be some connections and some luck with your siblings, but also with your creativity. So if there's any hobbies, new hobbies that you want to start, or hobbies that you want to share with groups of friends, this is a great time to do so. If you're a Scorpio ascendant, then this is when Jupiter is in your 6th house. Now the 6th house is all about your daily work, also your servants and your tenants. So during this time, you could have people, employees that serve you. You could get really great employees. They'll be really, you'll just feel lucky with these people, and they'll be really, really good to you, and you'll learn a great deal from them as well. So there is also an aspect to your 10th house, and that is all about your career and how you're perceived by others, your reputation. So your reputation is going to be great during this time. It's going to be fantastic, and people are going to want to work with for you. There's also an aspect to your 2nd house. Now, 2nd house is all about money and income. So this is going to be a time where you may find that you get that promotion or you get that pay rise that you've been really working for. There's also an aspect to the 12th house as well. So there could be prophetic dreams, and you'll be very, very sensitive. So I'd say during this time, listen to your gut. If it's telling you something, listen to it, because it's got great advice for you, and you're going to be very sensitive, and I think you're going to be right. If you are a Sagittarius rising, Jupiter's going to be in your 5th house. This is fantastic. So you are going to be incredibly creative during this time. You're going to be full of ideas and birthing new projects. Could even conceive if that's what you're looking to do in this time. There's also an aspect to your 9th house, which is all about higher education, gurus, religion, spirituality. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, or maybe you're not, you may get an interest in this sort of thing during this time, but it's also an excellent time to pursue higher education. There's also an aspect to your 11th house. So the 11th house is all about meeting new people, new groups and acquaintances. So you could find that you move in new spiritual circles. And not only that, your 1st house is activated, and you're going to feel really, really confident. So this is going to give you that boost to take on that higher education, mix with new people, and it's going to be a very, very lucky year because all your lucky houses are activated. This is going to be phenomenal for you. If you are a Capricorn ascendant, then Jupiter's going to be in your 4th house. So what's this about? Well, this is about your home, your mother, your happiness in general. You could also find that you buy a vehicle during this time, and it's probably the most expensive vehicle that you've had in a long time or ever. And it's going to be in great condition, and you're going to get it for a good price, because the 4th house is all about your vehicles as well. So there could be a great opportunity to connect to your mother. She may have something to celebrate during this time. And there also might be new property, or there could be changes in the home, decoration, renovation. Either way, it's a great time for all of these things because Jupiter is really lucky. Also, you're going to have aspects to your 8th, 10th and 12th houses. So this is going to be a really great time for introspective study of the self, because the 8th house is all about your psychology, research, and really looking within, and the secrets within you as well. The 12th house is also about the past and looking into those things and exploring in the unknown. Maybe there's depths of your psyche that you need to look into in order to become a better person for tomorrow. And it can affect your happiness and bring you great happiness through exploring these avenues. 10th house is also aspected, and this is your status in your career. So this could be an opportunity for you to advance in your career during this time. If you are an Aquarius rising, then Jupiter is in your third house. This is all about hobbies, self-expression, dance, all of these things. So if you want to take up a new hobby during this time, this is a great time. You may find that you try something new that you didn't think that you would like, and you suddenly discover this is your thing. It's also a good time to pursue maybe turning a hobby into a business, because the 7th house is aspected as well, and that's all about marriage and contracts and starting new businesses. So you could meet somebody that you fall in love with during this time, and you could meet a forever partner. Also, the 9th house is aspected, so this is a great time for higher education and luck. This is a great house for finding teachers and getting in touch with your spirituality. But you may also find that you're mixing in new circles because your 11th house is aspected. So you could meet really beneficial people who bring great things to your life because of that 11th house activation. And finally, if you are a Pisces ascendant, Jupiter is in your 2nd house. This is fabulous for income. 2nd house is all about your face. So you could find that your face is dazzling to people, and people look at you and they find you so attractive during this time. And it's also about wealth. So you could find that you become more wealthy during this time as well. There could be a pay rise at work, especially as the 6th and 10th houses are aspected. So the 6th house is all about your daily job and people who work for you, who serve you. So you could find, if you have your own business or you have people that work under you, this is a great time and they work really well for you, as well as your 10th house being aspected. So this is a great time professionally for you. Your 8th house is also aspected. So if you work in science, this could be a time of a research breakthrough. Or if you work in any kind of research, this could be the time you have that breakthrough. You uncover the secret, because you've got so many career houses that are being activated, as well as the 8th house of uncovering secrets. So this really could be a great time for you professionally. Thank you so much for listening. I've really enjoyed delving into Jupiter through all of the ascendant signs. I hope you have a lovely experience with this magnificent transit. Thank you.